fall. I love fall. Cozy blankets, jackets, boots, aromas, and food that's warm and comfy, and the beauty of the leaves and the seasons change. The temperatures are enjoyable. Cold mornings, cold nights, beautiful afternoons. Fall is my favorite season, if you can't tell. Oh, now I'm stuck in my blanket. Let me put it over on the side. It's not quite yet fall though. When I'm filming this, we still have another week and another day. So, but it's coming. And I wanted to be sure to hop on here because it is so many people's favorite season. And a lot of what we love about fall, tea, and all the things, apple cider and football and fires and all the things. Yes, I said football. If you've known me for a long time, you might think that's weird coming out of my mouth, but I've grown to appreciate college football with my husband on Saturdays in their place, not football all day long. But I do enjoy a game or two occasionally, and I adore the aromas of cinnamon and nutmeg and all of the spice and apples and the vanilla and things that start coming, and then fall leads into Christmas season. And I feel like that's one of those times when you just have all of these fantastic aromas that surround you. And what I didn't know until, let's see, maybe 10 years ago, is that a lot of those things with aromas can actually be super detrimental to your health. But I have really good news, because that doesn't mean you have to do without the aromas. I certainly don't. There's a lot of things I do and use that are still very healthy. And so we're going to talk about some of those today. I'm going to tell you some of the top dangerous items to avoid so that your body can function in the way that God designed it to. Because a lot of these items that are artificially fragranced contain what we know to be endocrine disruptors. And you can look them up individually on the Environmental Working Groups page, and they will show you where on a scale, where on their scale they fall as far as danger. But these chemicals are so frequently found in items around our house, especially that come out when the seasons change, that I wanted to be sure to take a quick second to let you know what to keep your eyes peeled for so that you can avoid them out of your home. Because not only are many of them endocrine disruptors, but a lot of them also cause respiratory issues. And especially in our current times that we're living, we don't need anything additional adding to those things, right? Some of the top offenders this time of year as we head into fall include your scented candles, air fresheners / plugins, the air fresheners, room scents plugins, the scented body products, and your home decor, like they have those cinnamon scented pine cones and cinnamon scented brooms and all the things that you can buy in the store. Now, if you have not yet cut a lot of chemicals out of your home, you may not notice them right at first. But I promise you that if you take them and remove them for a week, you will start noticing when they're in the environment. I can't walk past certain sections of the store because my body is not constantly in inflammation mode from being exposed to those toxins on a daily basis, because we don't have them in our home. When I am exposed to them, my body responds and I notice it. Most people will tell me, if they haven't eliminated anything, oh, I'm just not sensitive to that kind of stuff. Friend, it's because you're already dealing with inflammation all the time that you don't notice it. And so if you have frequent headaches, if you have asthma, if you have any allergy issues, if you have digestive issues, if you have achy joints, if you have fatigue or brain fog, it's likely you are responding to the chemicals in these things, because those are all symptoms of these things. Hormone issues and imbalances are also one of the symptoms, and they're just symptoms of inflammation from being around these irritants, the respiratory irritants, the hormone irritants, etc. So you want to avoid those things. Now, like I said, I adore these things as well. I love embracing the feeling of fall, the aromas and the atmosphere. And so there's things that we do in our home as we prepare for fall. One of those is, well, honestly, all year, because I used to be a scented candle and air freshener, or not air freshener, but plug-in fiend. When I was in college, oh my gosh, I had plug-ins all around our apartment all the time in college. And then when I got out of college, I was buying candles all the time, the scented ones, you know, those really expensive ones that they sell at Bed Bath & Beyond that there used to be a whole store for, that I could walk in no problem until I started ditching the stuff. And then just walking by the store at the mall gives you a headache. Yeah. We won't call out the specific company right now, but you know who I'm talking about, okay? And the body products. Oh my gosh, I used to use so many scented body products as well that were scented with artificial fragrances. Now, if you're going to the store and you see scented with essential oils or uses natural fragrances, don't allow that to be the number one, oh, this product must be safe. You want to look at, if it's still made by one of the companies that's making the junky ones, it's not any better, friends. They've added some essential oils that are not a good grade one. They're chemicals up the wazoo. And then they've also just left most of their other formula the same. It's real junky and it's still not any good for you. It's called greenwashing. When they take something and they make it look healthy for you, it's not. So you don't want to be getting your aroma stuff or your body care stuff from most of the big box stores or anything like that, because you're not going to be finding good quality things that are going to not only not negatively impact your hormones, but also to then positively impact your health. And so that's where, for us, diffusing comes in all the time. Now, we love in our home, of course, we use Young Living essential oils only. If you're curious more about that, be sure you check out my video on why we only use Young Living, and I will link that in the description below for you. And I used to think any diffuser, like a diffuser was a diffuser was a diffuser, and I have since learned through experience, talking to people and researching, that that is not true either. So if you buy a cheapo diffuser from big box store, make sure that you are not diffusing any citrus oils in those diffusers, because they're made of cheap plastic and those citrus oils will degrade the plastic, and then it's releasing those chemicals into the air that you're trying to avoid. So getting a cheapo diffuser is not going to help you in the long run. You are going to have to invest in a really good diffuser. Don't worry, they're not like hundreds of dollars. They're really not that bad. But Young Living has a fantastic line of diffusers that have all been tested against our oils to be sure that they're not going to degrade. So you can diffuse any oils in there and you don't have to worry about it. Super healthy. So we diffuse a lot. And I'm going to share with you some of my favorite diffuser blends here at the end of the video. But I want to go ahead and give you some of my other ditch and switch ideas. So you also want to get rid of, like I said, those, you're ditching the scented candles and the air fresheners. You can do essential oils in a diffuser. You can get some diffuser reeds, and they're real pretty, and you soak those in the oil, put those in your bathroom, and you can have those if you don't have an electrical outlet, or if your bathroom's like ours and it's really not that big and the outlet's over in an awkward space that you can't really plug anything in. I mean, the one is like right next to the sink and there's not room on the sink for a diffuser. Who wants that? You're gonna knock it over. So in that case, we use a reed diffuser in there. I actually have an ornament that's a reed diffuser, one that hangs on our rod, but I also have a little ceramic plate diffuser that's in there, and it's just a passive diffuser. It's a ceramic plate and I drop things on it. You can drop those drops, you can add drops of oil to the inside of your toilet paper rolls. You can add them to a tissue in the trash can in the bathroom, and I love to do that right before guests come over too. And it's very bright and it just simulates, you know, having a candle in the bathroom without any of the negative effects. Now, that is not to say that you can never have candles. I adore candles, and I would never tell you that you have to get rid of all candles. You want to avoid all scented candles. However, unless you're making them yourself with really good oils, but even still, you're not really supposed to heat the oils. So there's that. But Beeswax, 100% beeswax candles can be very safe. You just want to make sure that they also have a cotton wick that is lead free, because a lot of wicks contain lead in them. And so then you're burning and releasing the heavy metal lead into your home, which we know is not a good idea. So be sure you're getting some fantastic beeswax candles. I have a favorite company. I'm not an affiliate with them or anything. It's just one that I have used before. I will link them below. Their customer service has been fantastic, and they have a wide variety. Even Advent candles, we were able to get through them with the different colors, and so I love that. But a lot of times you can find them at your local farmer's market and find some really good quality beeswax candles, or even if you're creative, you can make some yourself. So we've got subbing out your candles, you're subbing out your scented toxic candles, or either a diffuser for the aroma, or if you want that flicker, which a lot of the diffusers have a candlelight flicker on it. But I understand it's not the same as burning a candle. So if you really want to do that throughout your home, get some really good beeswax candles. Then you also want to be replacing those body care products that are scented, and like their hand soaps and your lotions that start to come out because the air is getting drier, and you just want to feel good in your home, right? And aromas make you feel good, and that's because your limbic system is linked. That's where emotions are stored in your brain. It's linked to your olfactory system, which is your sense of smell. And so smells trigger memories. Smells really can make you feel warm and cozy just by smelling an aroma, and trigger really good, happy memories. They can also trigger painful memories depending upon the aroma. But that's a whole nother topic into the link of emotions and oils. All of that to say, I understand wanting those scented soaps. We love using Thieves hand soap in our home in the fall, especially because Thieves to me smells like fall in a bottle. It is perfection. It is super, super beneficial for the air and cleansing the air. And then Thieves Vitality is fantastic for supporting your immune system. And we know it's the same blend of oils that are all infused into our Thieves home products. So the Thieves hand soap is fantastic in the fall. Then there's usually a Christmas spirit one that comes out, and then Winter Nights. It was a new one last year that also had a corresponding hand lotion. Fantastic. It was beautiful. You got all of the benefits and good warm memories of getting to use smell good hand and body stuff without any of the toxins, because everything in Young Living's products meets their seed to seal standard. And so you know that it has been tested for safety, and it has gone through so many different quality assurance tests. So that's a fantastic option for switching things out. Again, if you're at your big box stores or grocery store and you just see, oh, naturally scented, be sure you read the ingredient label. Remember that not all essential oils are created equal. A lot of them are distilled using chemicals. A lot of them have chemicals within the oil because they were actually created. They weren't natural oils, they were made, and they're synthetic essential oils. So you want to keep all of that in mind when you are looking and searching, and not just out and about. That's why we don't buy any of our essential oil products or fragrance products from the store anymore. We just don't. Our hormones and our health, breathing easy, are too important to us. When it comes to the pine cones and the scented brooms or whatever, all of the cinnamon scented things, you can DIY those so easily using cinnamon bark essential oil. It is easy peasy. All you do is take your pine cones and you want to add several drops of cinnamon bark essential oil to them and place them in whatever display you were going to place the ones you bought from the store in. That's it. And then you can do that with pine cones you find outside. So they're even practically free. You don't have to go buy anything additional, especially if you're like us and you already have cinnamon bark on hand because you love to use it all year round for different things, but especially in the fall and the winter, cinnamon bark is wonderful. I also enjoy making little cork diffusers. I have done cork art a little bit, just totally amateur playing around, but I saw these cute little pumpkins that were made of corks. And so I used some of our old wine corks and I just painted them one day and made these pumpkins really, really quickly. And then you can use those as little passive diffusers too, because the cork is going to absorb some of the oil and then diffuse it. So you can place different things like that around your home and have those going. So it's not just your electric ultrasonic diffuser that you have going all the time, but you can have those things going. You could also, if you are a resin kind of person, you can get resin burners and then use some frankincense resin and have that going as well. Creates a very warm and peaceful environment. I have not yet gotten a resin burner, mostly because I feel like we don't really have a good spot for one in our apartment and it would just be dangerous here. So I'm waiting until we have a home and there's a better place. Until we have a home. We have a home. Until we have a house and there is a better place to put that out of the way. All right, so that is it for today's video. I know I promised you diffuser blends. If you stuck around to the end, stuck around, if you're still here. So I will be rolling some of those during the ending music for today's video instead of the usual end screen that comes. So I hope you enjoyed them. Be sure you comment below and let me know your favorite fall diffuser blend, or if you have any other really easy, safe ditch and switch tricks when it comes to fall products. So until next time, take care, friends. I'm so excited for fall. Cheers.